So we are live on YouTube now, and we are gonna get this started with our personal presentations. This immersion is not a class. I'm not a teacher. I'm not going to teach or correct anything. And this is how it works for the immersions, and this is how it helps you to achieve fluency in 12 months. Prepare your personal presentation always, bring it to here, and we have some question to discuss a topic. So we're gonna discuss about children's right, and we have some topics. And before we start the topic, we're gonna start the presentations. So Juliano, can you present yourself for a second, please?
Of course, my name is Juliano. I am 21 years old. I am a science and technology student, and my hobbies are reading mangas, watching animes, working out in the gym, and that's it for me.
Very good, very good. And Luis, how about you?
Hello, I'm Luis. I'm 13 years old. I'm living in Minas Gerais. I'm work with a supply chain analyst, and I'm like work out with the gym too, but I don't know where my no, I don't know how can I say other things about me in English.
No
It
problem.
is
I'm gonna give you a tip in Portuguese. Prepare a apresentação em português, traduz, copia e cola. Só isso.
okay.
Não precisa saber falar inglês.
Mhm.
Faz em português. Aí você vai ver que é a mesma dificuldade. É a mesma.
Okay,
E a apresentação pessoal, ela é importantíssima. Sim, disparadamente importante. Traduz e lê, até você se acostumar. Ok?
okay,
So we're gonna start. Yanka is about to join, but before she does, um, my name is Philip. I was born and raised in São Paulo. Nowadays, I live in Juiz de Fora with my girlfriend, and we have been to Canada, um, and we spent almost a year there last year. Now we are in Brazil, just uh, browsing the possibilities now where to go or to stay. And I have a degree in computer science. I didn't finish my another degree in education, but half of it. And nowadays I have been working as a business person for the past 10 years on Talk and Talk. Um, the idea of the platform is to help people to achieve fluency by practicing conversation and more than that, in a real environment, okay, with real topics. And the topic today is children's right. And I want to understand from you guys, what does it mean to you to guarantee children's right? Or what is children's right? What do you understand by children's rights? Juliano, what do you understand by children's right?
So when I think about it, I think it's like echo to the right that we have in Brazil that the kids need to have some specific rights like right leisure, life and health, to have a family, you know, respect, things like that. Culture, I think is some right that the kids need to have, but a lot of people, a lot of kids don't have it nowadays. So I think that's it that I understand about right, kids' rights.
Yes, very good, like that. And what about you, Luis? What do you understand by children's right?
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
This is
Ah,
real life. This is real life experience.
okay. I, I don't know. I, I never think about this. In,
Let's
uh,
let vamos fazer um exercício simples que a gente não faz, aqui é 100% inglês, mas vou fazer agora. Em português, como que você responderia?
eu não entendi muito bem a pergunta.
Ah, children's rights é o direito das crianças. O que que você entende por direito das crianças?
Ah, sim.
Acho que eu travei aqui.
Bacana. Ah, em português?
Voltei.
É, em português eu responderia que é algo muito importante e que existem órgãos que defendem essas situações. É muito importante a gente pensar sobre educação das crianças e como vai ser a inserção delas na sociedade, pensando que elas são o futuro de qualquer país, né? Hoje eu acho que a gente tem uma dificuldade muito grande no Brasil em relação à educação, que seria um ponto muito importante a ser discutido. Acho que
Muito
eu
bom.
responderia isso.
Agora você tem isso, você traduz para o inglês e você estuda a sua resposta e treina ela para trazer para cá, no começo, quando você está começando, tá?
Ok.
Você veio do plano de 5 horas, né?
Isso.
Você já tem acesso ao planner dentro da plataforma, que você tem acesso às perguntas com antecedência para você se preparar, para você saber qual é a pergunta, traduzir, preparar antes. E essa preparação ela é fundamental, tá? Dentro do nosso programa aqui, você também tem, quando você assina um dos planos, você tem acesso ao curso com as aulas teóricas, tem acompanhamento, tem feedback, tem análise detalhada da sua fluência, acompanhamento toda semana, você sabe o que que você precisa fazer, né? Não fica solto, é tudo bem alinhado para você garantir, para a gente garantir com você a fluência em até 12 meses ou seu dinheiro de volta, tá? Inclusive, a gente tá dando um Pix de R$ 4.200 para aquelas pessoas que não alcançarem a fluência em até 12 meses, tá? Se você fizer tudo que tem que fazer e não alcançar, além de receber o dinheiro de volta, a gente faz um Pix de R$ 4.200, tá bom? Vou deixar a Ianca liderar a conversa. Ianca, it's all yours. We have had the presentations already, so go ahead. And we are live on YouTube, okay?
Much. I'm sorry, guys, I'm late. Of course, obviously, but because I had some problems with the Zoom app, I had to upgrade and so on, and I didn't, and I am in another country. I arrived in here yesterday, so I'm taking a time to adapt myself. Nice to meet you, Luiz Felipe. I don't know if you, não sei se você entendeu, mas eu tive um problema com o meu Zoom, atualizar meu Zoom, e eu cheguei nos Estados Unidos ontem. E, enfim, não me adaptei ainda. Tô levando um tempo, gente. Acabei de colocar a senha do Wi-Fi no meu celular, no meu computador. So I'm truly sorry. Today we are going to discuss children's rights, as Felipe said. And well, let's see about the first question. Everyone answered? Todo mundo respondeu a primeira pergunta? Em que pergunta a gente parou?
First question, I think it's turn. It's João turn
Ah,
and your
okay.
turn too.
Thank you, Juliana. So please, João, could you answer this one? What does it mean to you to guarantee children's right?
I'm sorry. Yes. I can enter the meeting now. Okay. Well, Oh, yes, about first question. Wait a minute, please. Really? Uh, okay. Uh, Interesting because today I saw in the society different interpretation about this thing, but to me, is a uh, real right to human being, mainly in kids age. Okay, then uh, right to live, right to freedom, right to respect. Okay, like right, our your father, your parents, and to to be careful with them. Okay, very important that. Okay, like right, like health as well. Then to me, very important. The parents handle with the kids with honesty, respect, and mainly uh, teach uh, everything is possible to about uh, uh, how many say about your feelings, about your behavior, because little kid like blank paper. Then we need put good values, but of course, values depends on belief, depends on culture, family culture, like that. But in generally way, about good moral values. I think that. But of course, like I told before, depends on the search of the family. But the society agree has a universal right to children. Yes, very important. The father, the father and mother or parents knows that thing. Okay, to me is a good begin to teach children.
Yeah, I was
Thank you.
thinking about, you're welcome, João. Thank you. I was thinking about in the same right that you said, the Direito Universal, Declaração Universal dos Direitos Humanos. I forgot how can I say this in English, but in there, it's right that we all are the same in front of the law, todos somos iguais perante a lei, and we have right to education, to good health, to freedom, and so on. So it's a good start to think about the children's right, but mainly, as Felipe said, about the access to education and what we are going to teach the children into the school, for example. And I really think that it's important to discuss society and the diversity that we have nowadays and respect who these children want to be, because sometimes we want just to shape it. Since we are a child, we want to shape it, the children, to be what we want that they're gonna be. So sometimes it's nice to listen to what they want to be, not what we want that you're gonna be. So I would go more for this way, maybe. E, Luiz Felipe, João e o Juliano já sabem, mas a minha proposta nas minhas imersões é trazer alguns temas da redação do Enem. E esse foi um tema da redação do Enem. E geralmente a gente fala que é muito fácil escrever redação do Enem, mas quando a gente senta para discutir, a gente vê que, peraí, não é tão fácil assim.
Ok.
So, Okay. So, well, let's pass through. I know that it's a difficult topic, but we can just say what we think about and skip to other question if we want to. So, well, it's very difficult, but okay. I will skip to, actually, I will ask to you to choose a question, okay? So, Juliano, please, could you choose a question that seems interested to you?
Okay, let me think.
Take your time and get ready, João and Luiz Felipe, because you are going to choose a question too, please. Por favor, fiquem preparados para escolher uma outra questão. Então, vocês podem dar uma olhadinha e ver qual é mais interessante para discutir.
So I think number two is a good question because talk about education, right education. So number two, why is education a fundamental right for children? This is very good because talk about education. This is good for everybody because school in general teach us how to think, how to develop some kind of thoughts, like not just how to, because a lot of people think, oh, I go to the school, I need learn about uh, I don't know, let's think about a subject that is very hard in the school, high school. Fórmula de Bhaskara. People usually say that is very hard, in the school. But a lot of things that we have in the school to study is just for develop our thoughts in general, So it's very hard, it's very good for us learn about this thing because even that we don't use in the day by day is very important to learn because we can improve our thoughts, our way to do the things, our way to study, and some things we just can learn in the school. So that's the reason that I think that is very important, the education right. I think that is very important because that, for
Yes.
everybody.
Sorry, Juliano, go on, please.
That's it.
That's it. So I agree with you. And thinking about society, education and school should be a same thing that we all do. O mínimo denominador comum, I don't know how to say that in English too, but it's something that we all do. We all pass through the scholar system. So it's a fundamental, we should do it, we should go, and it's fundamental. But what do you think that we should learn at the school? What give me some, not just the hardcore science like Portuguese, math, and so on, but do you think that we should have another kind of discipline matter into the schools to prepare us to the life?
Oh, choose one right now. It's very hard because I think it needs to have other subjects too. Needs to have these that already have, but other two, like maybe um, a subject that explain how to handle with money, financial
Financial
education.
education, I was thinking
Yeah,
about it.
it's very important, I think. What else? Uh, I don't know. I think just now, I think financial education is very important, you know.
Mhm.
Yes, but I know that it's important having others because nowadays I think a lot of people have a lot of problems, with some areas in their lives, like money, like health, like relationship, and other things, just because don't have the enough knowledge about it because, you know, sometimes the parents and the family don't know to teach, you know, and what we can do, right? It's hard sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it's from school. Exactly. Luis Felipe, for you, it's the same question. What is education a fundamental right for children? Number two. Well, we can start with this.
Mm, I think education is the base of the life. And this is, uh, um, I'm prepare other question for this moment.
It's okay. If you want, you can. Or você pode mesclar português and English if you want. Or you can answer in Portuguese too. That's not a problem. It's okay.
Okay.
Good idea.
A educação é fundamental para as crianças porque ela é a base da vida. É a partir da educação que você vai questionar. É a partir do questionamento que você muda as coisas, né? Então, não existe questionar e mudar coisas sem educação. Primeiro, você tem que aprender a questionar. Você vai aprender as bases, igual você e o Juliano estava falando, aprender as bases lá no fundamental para conseguir questionar algo na vida adulta. Então, acho que a educação é o que possibilita criança ser humano em algum momento da vida que vai trazer algo de positivo para o mundo.
Citizen, um cidadão, actually, isn't it? I
Yes.
think that have the right to vote and know in what you are voting and know about the society, the life in society. I see a big relationship between learning science into the school and climate change nowadays. You know, you have to know how this works and how it happened, for example. And the same question for you, Luis Felipe. Which discipline we should have in the high school? Qual disciplina a gente deveria ter? Juliano mentioned financial education. I saw in some schools, I don't remember the country, but people learn how to do the household chores, as tarefas de casa, sabe? And I thought it
Uhum.
was very interesting to teach children, not just women, but men too, in several kind of age, how to do the house tasks. It makes us a functional adult, I think, you know. So do you have an idea about discipline that we should have in the high school?
Yes. One second, please.
Okay, take your time.
And put in the Google Translation. Mm, I don't know what that you'll be like, but maybe mixing political science and sociology. This is a good idea for me.
Yeah, it's a very good idea. And I made social science. I didn't present myself, sorry, but I am a sociologist and anthropologist. And in my institute, it was everything from the same root, vindo da mesma origem, you know, sociology, anthropology, and politics. So totally makes sense to have all of these together because we can have a better comprehension about society. I think you're right. And for usual, what is education a fundamental right for children? And which discipline do you think that it will be nice to have?
I agree with my colleagues. Okay. To me, I need touching one point about the basic education or fundamental education. Uh, Supply the kids to learn. mainly language, and good tools to handle and handle with your environment. And after that, the children get uh, uh, skills to 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 live in society. Very important that because sometimes uh, uh, kid alone in your house in in school it's a common uh, learning living society. Very important that. After that, like my colleague said, a kid will able to uh, develop your society skills and your ideas and your mind, but with uh, what I'm gonna say, gradualmente. I forget the word. Okay, because yes, very important. The human being learn all things, uh, slow way because during the process, the different different ideas, different form to handle with issue. Okay, like that. Luis Felipe, do you need I speak that in Portuguese or no problem in English
No,
only?
no problem, and
Okay.
I understand a
Yes,
little bit.
because in talk environment talk is that we are to learn only English. Of course, if it's possible, of course, okay, no problem. We talk about Portuguese because you start now. We understand your student. Common, everybody, okay, everybody, man. But
Okay,
in here, no problem. We can, if you can't speak in English, please, like our Yanka, good good person, good um, teach. Okay, like that, man.
thank you for your
Go ahead.
space, but I'm okay.
Thank you
Oh,
very much,
yeah.
João. Thank you very much. I totally agree with you too. I was thinking about something, but I got lost. But yeah, with Felipe, in here, we have a rule that it's not correct to anyone and have fun. And we all, todo mundo aqui já teve no seu lugar. I can assure
Okay.
you that. And we are here to grow up together, you know? So, well, so Luis Felipe, did you choose a question?
Yes,
So please, can go on.
okay. Question 6. How can families help protect children's rights? I'm preparing the Google Translation. Um, Offering quality education and ensure growth in a safe environment that offers space for trust. But I think it is.
Um, Sorry, I froze. Luis Felipe, could you repeat, please?
Yes, offering quality education and ensure growth in a safe environment that offers space for child.
Yes, I agree with you. First of all, education again and a safe environment. I think that we are discussing this more nowadays. I grew up in a very violent house, to be honest. But nowadays, I feel that we are thinking more about it, how the environment of our house affect our children, you know. So it's very nice to think about it. Juliano, please, do you have an idea about how families help to protect civil rights? And do you see your family doing this or something related?
Yes, but it's very hard because some families can uh make sure that the kid are having access some rights like culture, leisure, education. I think the family needs to make sure, for example, every kids needs study, needs have this education right. But the kid just will go to the school if someone take this kid to school, you know. So it's very important the family do it. It's very important. I think that's the reason. And to have access, our leisure, our culture, the family, the same thing. But we have other problem because for me it seems like to to have these rights in general, you need to have money, you know, in a lot of cases. So it's a little strange because if this is a right, why I need to have money to live it, because a lot of kids work at the street because needs money to help their families, you know, because their parents a lot of times don't have a work or the work don't pay enough, So it's very hard to talk about these rights because it seems like, oh, if I have money, my my kids can live these rights. But if I don't have money, I can't live this right. And it's very strange because if this is a right, everybody needs to live. But it's a little contradictory, you know.
I totally agree with you. And because of that, I think that the family has uh, a huge role in all of it, thinking about the children's right, but not always we can count with the family. And in this moment, the states get the entry. It's the state duty to guarantee that every child has access because family is too plural. I think some family has the structure, another one doesn't have. So because of this, I think that the state has this main role, I think, to guarantee all of these, not just education, but health too. And the family have the role to make the children, yeah, if possible, make the children go to school, as you said, or facilitating this access or a good environment and so on. But I agree that sometimes it's about money, and because of this, we have to guarantee that todos são iguais perante a lei. Do you have something to add, Juliano?
No, I was thinking here, and I think maybe the only right that the people really have talking about the kids, I think, is the SUS, that is not so good, but is I think the only thing that we can have, because a lot of the other rights needs to have money to use, and it doesn't make sense. If this is a right, I don't need pay. I think I don't know.
Yeah, public school is for free too. And
Yes.
the problem sometimes is the access. Because if you live, my mom is now in the Ceará, sertão, in sertão, in sertão, very far from the city, you know. So if this person doesn't have access to schools, to school, what they're gonna be, what they're gonna do, sorry, you know, because okay, we have the access, it's not that good, but sometimes it's really far from, and the government should give the access, you know. So we have the
Yes.
access, but sometimes we don't have the access. You know,
It's hard.
it's something like that. And well, I will choose now. Okay. I'll choose the question number 12, the last one. What are the consequences for children whose rights are not respected? I can see a lot of consequence about this, mainly violence nowadays in Brazil. I'm really worried about it. And to me, violence, it's a cycle, you know. There's a children that doesn't have his rights respected, doesn't have access to education, a good health, a good alimentation, a dignity to live since was a child. So these children grew up in an environment without civil rights too, and then became a violent person or get sometimes into the crime organizado or something, and then make this circle again, making the environment dangerous for another children, you know. So to me, thinking about violence mainly, this is the biggest consequence to me. If you don't have money, if you don't have food into your house, you can go to work, but if you grow up in an environment that violence is common, you will be violent. You will rob, you will do something that is not good for the law, for yourself. So sometimes I think it's that we have to ensure the civil rights since you are a child to do not have this kind of problem tomorrow, you know. Yeah, I think more or less this. What do you think, Felipe? Can you see a consequence?
Yes, this is really bad, the consequence are sad, really. This is the violence, of course, no questions about this. And maybe the, I don't know how can I say, the poor peoples in a lot of favelas and difficult of access with a lot of things in the society. I'm grew up in a poor family and a really, really, I don't know how can I say, really aggressive family, okay? And it's very hard for me. Today I'm living in another city, very far from my family. It is really good because now I have a good house, a good job too, and I have a great life because I'm lutei pra caramba to stay here now. It's really good. It's because my education is very good and my mother are really, really good people. This mm, me ajudou a lot for this. I I think it is.
So you are a good consequence.
Yes, for a bad place, a good consequence for this.
Yes, in my house it was alcohol, abuse of alcohol in my family, and this some people that say that another drugs is the entry for have drugs, but to me it's alcohol, you know. Alcohol is the entry to another kind of drugs and so on. It was very heavy to
Yes, I
have
know.
this kind of environment. But yeah, we are good consequences. We fight.
Yes, we
Oh my
are.
God. And for you, Juliano, can you see some consequence?
Uh, Talking not in adult life, but when the kids does don't have the right respectful, I think, for example, a lot of kids needs to work, you know, and this is very bad for the kids. A lot of kids, when I got out, I see a lot of kids working at the street, you know, selling things, and the don't, the right of the kid is not to work, you know, but a lot of kids needs, so this is one right that are being not working, you know, in the practical, because that. So yes, and like you said, there are a lot of other things that happens in the adult life, you know. It's very hard, I think.
Yeah, sometimes we grow up traumatized and we just realize this when we are adults, you know, and we see that this is stemmed from our childhood. So it's nice to think about this too. But guys, our time finished. Eu vou falar em português agora. Eu queria de verdade pedir desculpa pelo erro de hoje. Toda essa mudança foi muito confusa, assim. Eu cheguei aqui ontem, não dormi direito ainda. Aqui são 6 horas da manhã, então eu acordei 4h30.
My God.
So I'm truly, truly sorry. I hope to see you. Espero ver vocês semana que vem de novo. Juliana, obrigada por estar aqui, por ter continuado comigo. Luiz Felipe, obrigada pela primeira chance. E é isso, pessoal. Vocês têm alguma coisa para adicionar? Vocês querem comentar alguma coisa?
Just thanks for this conversation. Enjoy the time that you are in United States.
Okay, it will be 1 year. Então,
That's
so
good.
I will say
That's
a
Ah,
lot
good.
for you.
and
So,
it talking Portuguese.
okay.
Ah, muito obrigado pela aula. Muito boa. Foi bem legal mesmo. Um pouco difícil por causa do tema. Eu só pensei em coisas muito superficiais para falar e chegar com esse tema foi um pouquinho difícil, mas eu consegui entender bastante do que vocês todos falaram. Queria, sim, se possível, saber a perspectiva de vocês a respeito do Talking Talk. Se tiver mais um segundo, que eu sei que o tempo já estourou ali, mas se vocês tiverem um segundo para falar sobre isso, só para eu entender melhor